The Avengers Endgame is coming out this summer, and if it is to be successful, it needs to be written like this.
Stay tuned to the end to hear about Stan Lee's last cameo.
My name is Swankles. Uncle Swankles to be precise. That's kind of the channel name. Anyways, I am on this platform trying to make we're trying to grow a subscriber base to the point where I can make the YouTube money. So let's hope that works. So today we're going to be talking about the Avengers Endgame is the title. Hopefully we'll say. I hope that should be obvious by now. But it doesn't come out till the summer, which is too long. We need it to come out a little sooner, ideally, but it's not going to. You can blame Kevin Feige for that one. What the heck is his name even? Kevin Feige? I dare you to try and spell that right now. If you just try to spell it in the comments. Don't you look, but try to spell it in the comments. Kevin Feige. So, to cover Avengers Endgame, you kind of need to be fairly familiar with the way that the Avengers Infinity War ends, and I am not going to spoil anything that's important about that movie in this video. Which is totally not true. Excuse me. I'm pretty sure everyone should know at this point, so I'm just going to cover it. So, the movie starts where it's like, the Avengers were like, hey, Thanos is kind of a dick. We need to take down Thanos, right? So the Avengers are all trying to take down Thanos while he's trying to get a bunch of jewelry for his glove. So that's kind of what's going on, and then they fight for a long time. And Thanos is like, hey, too bad, I've got all my jewelry now, so now I'm gonna snap. So he snaps like this. And then not everyone, half the population disappears, evaporates into dust, including Spider-Man, which makes me very sad. Made everyone very sad, really. And then Thanos is all like, hey, got my jewelry, I snapped, now it's time to retire. I'm gonna go live on a farm. So he becomes Farmer Thanos. And then he's all like retired, and then he loads up his armor on the Scarecrow. Now, we haven't seen Thanos in the trailer except for in his hand where he had the Infinity Gauntlet on and he was like brushing across the cornfields or something with it, if that makes any sense. He was like doing this. I don't know if this is in camera or not, but he's like this, you see? But it is my theory that he became a farmer who was too fat to wear the armor, so he had to take the armor off. That's why it's on the thing. That's why it's a scarecrow now. It's not to scare away crows. It's because he's fat, because he became a farmer and he ate too many Cheetos, because I mean that's obviously Thanos' favorite food. So long story short, the Avengers Endgame starts after Thanos was a giant dick and then he snapped and then everyone is gone. But anyways, that's what the video is about. So roll the intro cinematics and we're going to get this video started. So if I was to write Avengers Endgame, first thing that we need to do is kill Captain Marvel. Why did they have to do a Captain Marvel movie? Why did they have to make her the way she is? She could just be a normal, like Black Widow, I think is her name, is a perfect example of a, an organic superhero that's not, an SJW social warrior. And it's just better. No one minds Black Widow, but everyone minds Captain Marvel, so she needs to go. No one really wants her in the Marvel Cinematic Universe anymore. Even though she is technically not been in a movie that has come out yet, I'm pretty sure we're all tired of her at this point. So, in the comments below, post how you would kill Captain Marvel in Avengers Endgame. It needs to happen pretty early on in the movie. We don't really want to see her all that much, but I'll tell you something. What I would do immediately at the beginning of this film, I'm killing Captain Marvel right off the bat, first 5 seconds. Not 5 seconds, 5 minutes. I need to take some English lessons. So the way I would do it is I saw a couple interviews with the actor that plays Captain Marvel, and she's saying that someone asked her if she could lift Thor's hammer, like the character of Captain Marvel. Could she lift Thor's hammer? And without hesitation, she said, yes, definitely, of course you can. I'm like, seriously? So there's been two people in the history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe that could lift Thor's hammer, and that is Thor himself. And then, you know, of course, the Vision did it that one time. He was like, hey, here it is. Technically, Captain America made it budge a little bit, but he hasn't. I mean, if Captain America can't lift Thor's hammer, I don't think that she should be able to. I think it would be really funny if Thor and her just got into like an argument, and then he just like drops the hammer, English lessons, drops the hammer on Captain Marvel's chest and just leaves it there. And she could lift it, she could get up and get something to eat, but I think it would be really funny if she just like had the hammer on her chest and just like sat there forever until she died. That would be funny. There would be great irony there. It'd be great, really. So after we kill Captain Marvel, it's ready for the actual film to begin. So I think it would be a great concept if Thanos was not the only villain. There have been actual theories of if there was another supervillain in it. And I don't know exactly who he is. I did not research this video very much, but this character of Galactus is probably going to be in the film alongside Thanos in some fashion. I think that would be great if we had two villains, Galactus and farmer Thanos. I mean, honestly, Thanos has probably been farming, eating way too many Cheetos. He's put on some weight, so he needs some help. I don't know if he's going to be really efficiently going to be able to walk around like the rest of like Galactus would be able to. So I think it would be hilarious. What he needs to do at the beginning of this movie is steal Professor X's wheelchair so he can actually get around. And that would be how we can bring some X-Men into this movie that way. That would be kind of cool. It would be like a whole thing about how he steals Professor X's wheelchair. I think that would be hilarious. So this whole movie is really going to be about how Thanos has to protect his farm and his jewelry from the Avengers. That's going to be what the whole concept is, because if the Avengers can get the jewelry, they will be able to like unsnap everything, because we're pretty sure, given the leaks of this movie, it's going to revolve around the Stark Gauntlet, or maybe several Infinity Gauntlets, or whoever decides to wear it. But Tony Stark is probably going to create something akin to the Infinity Gauntlet so he can unsnap everything. So it's going to be a whole thing around where the Avengers hate farms. They're going to try and siege Thanos' farm, and then he's going to have to like protect his jewelry from them. And I think Galactus is a big guy from what I've seen in the pictures, so it's going to be pretty tough for the Avengers to take him down. But it's just going to be Thanos in the background, and he's going to have different powers now. His Infinity Gauntlet is broken. He's still got the jewelry in it, but it's going to be useless. So he's going to be armed with some pitchforks. He's going to like throw some pitchforks at people. He's going to have some garden shears. He's going to be a much different superhero or villain. He's going to like have Professor X's wheelchair, and he can like maybe run people over. I don't know. It's going to be mostly Galactus doing the heavy lifting work. If I was to write the movie, that's what I would do. I do really like that whole concept of there being a second Infinity Gauntlet. There's actually, it could have something to do with Odin. Odin actually has an Infinity Gauntlet back in Asgard, which is now destroyed. But it's there. They could, Thor could go back in and pick the thing up. But I'm pretty sure they would unsnap farms, and they would unsnap all Cheetos in existence, which would make Thanos a very sad camper, which is a term that I just used. So we have to introduce some new Avengers. They do that every single time. Honestly, they should just like introduce Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in some way, who just plays himself. That's all he'd have to do. I mean, we've got a guy who just, I'm really good at using a bow and arrow. That's what Hawkeye does. He's going goodbye. He's no longer going to be Hawkeye. He's going to be Ronin. That's another new Avenger, kind of. It's a half new Avenger. And that would be really cool to see Morgan Freeman play himself as well. It's not going to happen, but that would be really cool if it did. Fun fact, it would be really cool if Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was in it, because fun fact, he hates farms. Don't look it up, but it's true. I mean, don't Google it, but it is also true. So we know that more than likely Iron Man and Captain America are going to die or leave the Marvel Cinematic Universe in some way, which is very disappointing. But we have to figure out how it's going to happen. So how do they go? If it was up to me, I would have Captain America. I'm not getting those two mixed up. One's cool, one's not. I think that Captain America deserves a warrior's death, but maybe Tony Stark can retire and just be in the background. Maybe he can make a cameo in a movie here and there. But last but not least, I think it would be so funny and so fitting if it just had a stupid ending. You know, like those movies that have, like, someone plays a song and defeats the villain or something. You've seen that before in like little kid movies. I think that would be really funny, and a fitting last cameo for Stan Lee if he just like played the Infinity Harp or something and it destroyed Cheetos and Thanos and everything. It would be funnier on screen than when I'm saying it now, but it's funny, okay? Don't judge. This is my movie, it's not your movie. And maybe, maybe the harp wouldn't eliminate all Cheetos. Drax, who has beef with Thanos, can burn all his Cheetos. Because you know how much Thanos loves Cheetos. That's what I would do for this next, second to next Marvel movie coming out. What would you do? I'm curious. If you got to write Avengers Endgame, what would you do with it? Just leave it in the comments because I'm going to look at it. Maybe, probably, hopefully. But in conclusion, don't be a farmer. Don't be an evil farmer, at least. Don't be Thanos. And, thank you for watching. I would appreciate some input on the stuff that I can improve in the future for this channel. Your input matters. Just put them in the comments. Put all kinds of stuff in the comments because I want to have a comment section, hopefully, that exists. That's it. Just make sure to subscribe because if you don't subscribe, then there won't be people watching my videos, which means I don't get to make money. It'll be fun. You can watch mediocre content, and anyways, yeah, that's it.
Uncle Swinkles.